Today we will be doing a review and demo of this Pat McGrath Divine Rose II palette. If it is your first time watching, hello. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for subbing to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment. Like, comment, subscribe. I have a swatch video on this. These colors swatch absolutely beautifully. I purchased this, the Divine Rose I, in the pink packaging, and I purchased the Divine Rose II in the regular black packaging, and let me tell you, this is absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't help but compare it to my previous Pat McGrath palette, which is also very beautiful. This is so smooth and creamy. As you would see in my swatch video, they are very, very smooth, very creamy, and extremely soft. So you only need like a little touch, a little bit. So I have had a couple of people ask me, is it worth spending $125 on this palette? I would compare this to Natasha Denona type quality, but to be honest, my other Pat McGrath, they are on par with each other. However, this palette is the best quality palette that I own. It is absolutely phenomenal. So yes, I would say it's definitely worth $125. I don't have any other palette that is quite as beautiful as this one. In terms of its formula, in terms of the colors, who would I recommend this to? I would recommend this palette to someone who loves quality. If you don't have a lot of makeup palettes and you just want one or two palettes that would give you everything that you need, this is the kind of palette that you would need. Even the Divine Rose I, you don't need anything else. If I was someone who didn't have a lot of palettes, I would buy a palette like this. High quality, a variation of colors, and then buy probably a black potted color. This is absolutely phenomenal. It is a beautiful palette. So you can go in any direction with this. You can do a full glam look, but the temptation is absolutely real to go into this color immediately because it's almost a lazy girl palette. If you're in a bronzy mood, you're in a pinky mood, you're in a nude mood, you can have that look from this palette. Needless to say how beautiful the packaging is. It's just something beautiful to look at on your vanity. Top notch, top quality. It's the first time I've purchased a palette, and since I've purchased it, I could not put it down. Every afternoon, I'm talking on the phone, I'm playing with it, I'm swatching. Palette would probably get used just being home alone. That's how much I love it. And so I did take the opportunity to buy this one as well. It's the Divine Rose I had to get my hands on this to see what the hype was about and also to do a comparison. So if you want me to do a look with this palette as well, please drop a comment below and let me know what you think. If I should tell you, if I should review this for you, if you've seen a million reviews before. Some people complain that they would prefer to have the name on the inside of the palette. I tend to disagree. I prefer to have this beautiful slick look, especially if you're going to somewhere very fancy. Getting ready is part of your experience for the night, and looking at something so spectacular, so beautiful, it's almost inspirational to get ready for the rest of the evening, you know? And as I mentioned before, this can be a beautiful daytime palette, so you can just stick to a nice neutral, shimmer neutral on the lid, or you can just do your two mattes and have a complete look. This is phenomenal. I have to mention my shopping experience with this. So I'm signed up as a VIP member. I received an email, but I missed the email by 1 hour. And I thought, shoot, this thing's sold out. I completely missed it. I did not miss it. So with the email, I got the code to save, I believe it was 10%. I got the code to save 10%. And then I went in, and while I was shopping, I went in to get like lipsticks and other stuff, and I kept checking back to the cart, and I saw the reflective packaging disappear. It had an X over it, which means it's sold out. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get what I can get, which was the black packaging remaining, and get the pink one. The next day, it said that my palettes were shipped. And the day after that, I received it. So it was basically 2-day shipping. Free 2-day shipping. I saw a lot of people complaining about their shopping experience. Talking in the beauty community, persons mentioned that if you were in the US or you were on a US based website, it's almost like you had first preference. I think that was the issue, that they were on an international website versus the US based website. Hopefully she would come out with a re-release, because this thing is just too beautiful. I feel almost selfish having it by myself and not too many other people to share it with, you know. It's just a spectacular palette. It's beautiful. Enough of me ranting and raving. Let's go on to the next section. I'm going to show you how I accomplished this eye look that I absolutely love. If you are the most lazy person, you can achieve this eye look. So the two packaging that it came in, and I'm going to be using the Divine Rose II. Look how pretty it is. So I'm going to prime my eyes with Fenty primer. I've been messing around with this palette for a few days, and honestly, I don't think this needs a primer whatsoever, because while messing around with it, I noticed that the color stayed on and in full pigment the entire time on my eyes. This is the first time I'm using a primer with it, but I consider this primer to be a reliable primer. As with the Urban Decay primer, if you want to go out all night and have a good time without worrying about your eyeshadow, definitely wear a primer, or especially if you have hooded eyes, you can go ahead and wear a primer, but you don't absolutely need one. Going in with a fluffy brush, using this shade right here, and I'm placing that right above my crease. Look at that color payoff, it's insane. Just a little tap, a little touch. You can watch my swatch video. I separated it because I know not everybody loves swatches, so I'll link that below, and I'll put a card right there for you to go ahead and link to that video if you want to. And as you can see, the fallout on this is non-existent. I did see a couple of videos where people had a bit of fallout, but while I was swatching, I realized when you pick up too much product, it starts falling out, but I have not experienced any fallout so far. Using the same brush, going in with this color, I'm going closer to my crease and sort of concentrating in that area right here. And look at the color story of this palette. It is so easy just to pick a look and nothing difficult to think about. You know, sometimes you get a palette and you're wondering, oh my gosh, what to do? What look should I do? I feel like you can spot several different looks so easily, and the fact that it only has two mattes gives you a clear indication as to which direction you should go in. And below if you agree or disagree. I'm going to scoot you in just a little bit closer. Now I'm just going to go straight in with my finger with our beautiful color, beautiful tricolor right here, and I'm going straight onto my lid. Look at that. Wow. You know, I've played with this palette quite a few times, and every time it catches me off guard. Look how pretty that is. She is gorgeous. I'm going all over the lid with this. Let's use this MAC 195 brush and dip into there and see what kind of payoff you'll get with a brush. Wow. Still very beautiful. So it makes absolutely no difference if you use a brush or if you use your finger. Wow. Ooh. So now I know I'm definitely going to use the brush, just because I'm getting a bit more precision with the brush. And I'm covering my outer V area here with this color, just because it's shifting from that pink into that purple into that green. See, yeah, look at the difference between when I use a brush versus when I use my finger. You see all that kind of creasing and crimpling there? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with that brush. I'm gonna take that same blending brush and come back out onto the corner, just sort of pat in that color right there. So I'm gonna take this tiny blending brush because I went a bit overboard there. This is a Morphe M321 blending brush, and I'm not adding any color to it. I'm just gonna blend out the edges. So I'm taking this color again and going in with my inner V, just to add some more dimension there and almost to assist with my contour. go in my under this purple right here and go to the outer V and tuck that close into my lash line. And I'm going in back into this tri-color, which is absolutely beautiful, and tuck that into my lower lash line. Let's see how this swatches. She has a pink shift to her. And then this one, I'm looking for a highlight color, so let's see how this looks. Okay, let's have a bit of fun and go in with this color right here. I'm going to tuck that right underneath my brow bone. Beautiful. Wow. So it has some micro glitter to that color. Just stunning. I'm going to go in with Black Coffee from Pat McGrath on my top outer lash line. Do you see how smooth that is? I'm going to use Fenty's Fly Liner in the color Cute Thing. And I'm going to go in the outer lash line with the color Black Coffee from Pat McGrath. I kind of regret not getting the mascara and the black eyeliner from Pat McGrath. I'm really curious about it. Okay, so this is my final look with this Pat McGrath Divine Rose II palette. Tell me what you think of this eye look. If there was a re-release of this palette, would you go ahead and pick it up? And honestly, I'm looking forward to more from Pat McGrath. I would love to see a blush. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. And I thank you so much for watching.